Guys, we are in 2020 now, and I am very excited for the new year. And I think that you guys should treat yourselves to a new guitar. But not just any guitar. I think you guys deserve a guitar that you can keep and play for a lifetime. Something that's based on a timeless design, but made with really good materials. And because it's on the Guitar Max channel, I want this to be affordable as well. Guys, feast your eyes on this guitar right here. This is the latest, greatest creation from our friends at All-in-One Guitars. Now, this is the shop in Los Angeles and also the brand that brings you not just the AIO guitars, but also the Wolf guitars that have been really, really popular here on my channel. And like I said, this is the latest and greatest creation from them. One of the coolest things about this company is that they are continually tweaking and upgrading the guitars. So it's not like a lot of companies where they have one model and they just keep reproducing that same exact model year after year. With AIO, a lot of their stuff, you know, they sort of have different year models. And they, like I said, they continuously make little minor changes to the guitars to improve them as time goes on. But they are still very, very affordable. They're still right in that $400 to $500 range in there. And like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, I mean, this is a guitar that you can keep and play for a long, long time. This is not the kind of guitar where you get it and you're going to have to make some upgrades to it and then maybe it's going to, you know, fall apart in a few years or something. I mean, this is a really, really solid quality guitar. Now, there's a few things in particular on this new model that I want to draw your attention to. First of all, let's take a look at the fretboard here. This is one of the most beautiful pieces of solid ebony I have ever seen on a guitar. It's got that beautiful dark black look that everybody wants so much. It's got a really tight grain like you would expect on a nice piece of ebony, and it makes the whole neck feel just so smooth. Now, there's a lot of other great features on this guitar as well. It's got the CNC wound pickups. It's a mahogany body, mahogany neck, set neck design, of course. Got a really nice set of Grover tuners up here. Gold hardware. I love the black knobs and the gold hardware and the black pickup rings. That black and gold combination always looks really, really cool. And one thing I love about this finish on here, okay, of course this is a flame maple finish here, but I love the fact that you can see the mahogany or the stained mahogany color on the sides and the back of the guitar, and then you have that lighter natural wood top that really complements it well. Of course, you got the abalone binding around the body and the fretboard inlays and even around the headstock here. I know the side top color combination might seem like an odd thing to jump out to me, but I like guitars to look good not only from the front, but from the back and sides as well, and this one really does. Now guys, this is one of the smoothest playing guitars that I own, and I think it's a combination of three different things mainly. First is that ebony fretboard that I was telling you guys about. It's just the perfect hardness. It's got a really nice just sort of smoothness, the grain of the wood and everything. It doesn't catch your fingers at all. Now the other thing is the radius on this neck. This is a 12-inch radius. Now, a lot of the times I've preferred a flatter radius, like a 14 or a 16-inch like you'd find on like a shred guitar or something. But there's something about this 12-inch radius on this neck shape, which is like a kind of a slim C neck shape. There's just something about that just makes it so, so comfortable and easy to play. And then the third thing is the setup on this guitar. I mean, one of the coolest things about the AIO company, you know, All-in-One Guitars, that shop in LA, is they do a really, really nice, detailed, extensive setup on the guitars before they ship them out. And of course, you can request a certain action height. They have a few different options that you can choose from when you talk to them to order a guitar. But the fret ends are just done so beautifully. The fret leveling, frets are polished, all of this stuff. Truss rod is adjusted, the action is adjusted. And honestly, guys, a lot of the affordable guitars that I review, usually one of the big things lacking in those guitars is the setup. And, you know, that's not a deal breaker for a lot of people. And generally, you can do your own setups on guitars. But this guitar here, I mean, I didn't make any changes whatsoever to this guitar in terms of the action or anything like that. I mean, I just take it out of the box and it's ready to go, and it just plays so beautifully. Now, I know with the ebony fretboard, there's always people debating about whether or not that stuff really affects the tone of the guitar very much, but I'll get to some playing samples in just a second here, and this This guitar, to me, has an impressive tone to it. And there's a big difference between the bridge sound and the neck sound. And it's sort of the difference you want in a guitar. To me, the bridge has a very mid-rangey, chunky sound to it. And then the neck pickup has a more glassy and almost Strat-like sound to it. And I love having that combination of sounds just in one guitar. Now, real quick, guys, as you probably know, we're in a new year, and I'm really trying to build and grow my channel right now. So if you guys have watched these videos before and you haven't already subscribed, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing right now. All right, guys, now let's go ahead and plug in this guitar and listen to how it sounds. Okay, guys, now I know I'm raving about the smoothness of how this plays, and hopefully that came through somehow in the playing samples there. But from all of the AIO and Wolf stuff, as far as the LP style guitars go, I think this is my new favorite. The 2019 Redburst is still really awesome as well. I really love that guitar. But I think this one, to me, it plays even better, and it has something about the tone just really jumps out to me. And again, maybe it's, you know, the playability, maybe it's because of the change in the radius and this really nice ebony fretboard here. I'm not really sure what it is, but this has definitely become one of my go-to LP style guitars. Now this guitar has a really nice weight to it. I'm going to weigh it here, and this guitar weighs about 8.5 pounds. It's about 8.5 right there. So it's definitely a solid, robust feeling guitar, but it's not going to be just insanely heavy where it's going to weigh you down while you play it. This is the only natural finish LP style guitar that I have, and I really love the look of it. But of course they do have the same guitar in several other finishes. I'll put some pictures in here so you can see some of the other finishes, but of course I'll have a link to the website where you can check out everything else they have in the video description below. Okay guys, now there's a couple more points I want to make about this guitar here. Now this is kind of a subtle thing, but it's something that actually a lot of people have asked me about, and that is the thickness of the body. This body is the same thickness as you would find on like a classic Les Paul. And now some companies will use thinner bodies just because they want to use less wood and it's cheap to manufacture that way. But actually a big selling point to a lot of people is the thickness of the body and the fact that they are getting a full thickness body, which you do get with this guitar. Now another thing guys, and I really want to stress this point, this is not a guitar that you buy and then you immediately have to upgrade. Now, if somebody has some particular pickups or components or something that they always like to use and they want to put into the guitar, fine, I totally understand that. But sometimes with guitars, there's this attitude where you just assume that any stock production guitar has to be upgraded later on, and that just is not true. And that's definitely not true on these guitars. I get these emails sometimes from people and they say something like, hey, I just bought such and such guitar, what pickups should I put in it? A lot of the time my response is just, well, just use the pickups that came with the guitar and play it like that for a while and then see how you like it. That assumption that a stock production guitar can't be perfect the way it is, I think that's just sort of a mental thing that kind of gets into guitar players' heads, and it's really not true a lot of the time. At this point, I'm scared to change anything on this guitar just because of how good it already is. Alright guys, now as usual, I'm going to put links in the video description below where you can find information about this model and also the other finish options that they have for this same guitar. Now I know there's a lot of people who watch the channel on a regular basis who have purchased the AIO or Wolf guitars in the past, and I would love to hear what you guys think of those guitars, guys. Please, leave your comments below. I would like to read them, and I'm sure other people that are watching would also like to read them as well. And last but not least, guys, I hope you are all having a great new year. I'm really excited for 2020, and I hope you are too. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.